Hey guys, it's Anna from Anna Travels. Today I'm going to do a review on Takumi Tei. Takumi Tei is located in the Japan Pavilion in Epcot, so you do need a Disney park ticket to access this restaurant. It is a Japanese signature restaurant, and signature restaurant just basically means it's like one of the top level restaurants on Disney property. And it isn't covered by the Disney dining plan. It actually, I think, the one article I read, they were kind of debating on where to put it, but really, if there's no such thing as a 3-credit signature dining, so they just decided not to include it. We decided to do the Omakase menu, basically the chef tasting menu, and that allowed us to have kind of like a variety of different of the cuisines that is offered at the restaurant for a price of $150. So yes, that's a little bit of a sticker shock for a lot of people. But if you look at like the menu prices, the sushi is not cheap. They have A5 Wagyu, which is like, I think that dish alone is $120. And so with the Omakase menu, you basically get a, 5 courses? You get the otashi, which is kind of like the beginning entree, which was seaweed salad with something, I can't remember what they had. The tamari sushi, the nikomi wagyu, the hashiyasumi, the wagyu tabakurabi, the shizuku, and the tea ceremony. So it's pretty full courses. Definitely not, I feel that, yes, it's expensive, but for the price we paid, I felt that we actually got, value out of this experience. So I'll go over the otashi. It was basically like seaweed salad with, I forgot what she said the gray stuff was. I just can't remember. She said it fast and she explained it, but I just couldn't get what she meant. It tasted fine. Like the seaweed salad itself was definitely not like, what you get at your local sushi bar, which I've worked at a sushi restaurant, This was actually definitely a lot better quality seaweed, and it tasted a lot fresher, and it definitely was really good. So the tamari sushi, you got uni, got the fish, I think it was salmon, tuna, yellowtail, and I forgot what the other one was. And it was very good, and one of the reviewers that I did see, he did mention that he felt like the rice was like, and the fish ratio was like a little off. And I have to admit, I think I agree with that statement. It is a cost. It really is a cost thing. It's cheaper to fill you up with rice than it is to give you a lot of fish. But I still think that the fish was really high quality, and I think it was like, to me it was fine. And like even the uni, like uni is a lot. Uni is uni. I don't really like uni, but even though I don't like uni, I didn't want to substitute anything out of this menu. I wanted to see how the chef envisioned this tasting menu, and I have to say, even not being an uni person, it was actually really good uni. It tasted like my old manager when I used to work at a Japanese steakhouse, he's like, uni tastes like the bottom of the ocean. And to me, I was like, yeah, that's pretty apt. Like, that's a pretty good description. And to me, it tasted like everything bad at the bottom of the ocean. But that actually was it still had like the oceany flavor to it, but it just wasn't like a bad ocean. So yeah, if you never had uni, that's probably like the best place to start, because I felt like it was good quality uni. We had the nikomi wagyu, which was the roasted bone marrow with braised wagyu short rib, yuzu, kosho, wasabi, shishu, bavorsi, and warashita. And if you've never had bone marrow, I don't know, I love bone marrow. Like, I've cooked it for myself before, and I've had it elsewhere, but American Wagyu bone marrow, like this, especially the high quality American Wagyu, it was excellent. And just to note, like, if you don't know the difference between American Wagyu and, like, Japanese Wagyu, from what I understand, like, American Wagyu is they've crossed the American, well, the Angus cattle with, like, the Japanese Wagyu cow. I don't remember what the breed is called. And, you know, the higher percentage of the Japanese bloodline produces a better tasting cow, usually, from what I understand. And so that's why, like, they usually say American Wagyu. It's not really the Japanese cow, like purebred cow. Still, it's a really excellent, especially like that quality was super excellent. Like, you know, and the bone marrow was just phenomenal. It was the start of many good, you know, entrees. And the little sauces actually, like, you know, I would, you know, taste it a little bit, and they did complement the short rib and the bone marrow too. And then the next was the palate cleansing, which was, I couldn't remember what she said fully, but the only thing I did caught was the cucumber melon. I cannot stand melon. Like, I don't really like melon, but it was okay. Like, for me, it was like, it was fine. It served its purpose to cleanse your palate, and to me, it was fine. And the star entree was the Wagyu tabukurabi. Basically, you got the Japanese A5 Wagyu strip steak paired with Jackman Farms Wagyu strip steak. And then you got, you know, roast kipoloni onion, curried potatoes, seasonal mushroom, daikon and watermelon radish, yuzu kosho, fresh grated wasabi, had like a pepper reduction and like a matcha maldon. And it, you know, the side, actually I ate the onion. The onion was actually pretty good. But you know what? We're here for the meat. And I was like, if you've never had Wagyu, like A5 Wagyu, it's like no experience you've ever had before. So like, I was like, you know what? I kind of ate a little bit more of the American Wagyu, and then I concentrated on the A5. And I did take, when we first tried A5 Wagyu, we didn't record our reactions. So having it, and knowing kind of what to expect, we decided that we definitely need to record our reactions this time. And so, but before I go into our reaction, and I'll show you our reactions to A5 Wagyu. If you've never seen the best food review show ever, I'll link the video of when he goes to an actual Wagyu cattle farm, and it goes over the process of like how, like what's so special about Wagyu. And I think showing that video and watching it would probably be better than me trying to like describe like what is so special about these cattle. It's just, it's nothing you've ever had before unless you've had Wagyu. The Koreans have, I think, something, what do they call the cow? They have hanwoo, and I think it's very similar to Wagyu. And I don't know, it's just, it's like every happy experience you've ever had in your life in one bite. And it's just incredible. and so yeah, so I'll link the video, and then here's our reactions to our A5 Wagyu. Wagyu face.
My Wagyu face. Are you ready to try it?
I'm ready. Is it good?
That's really fucking good.
How really good?
I want to fight you and take yours.
You are not gonna fight me.
They gave me utensils to fight with.
No, those are not utensils. That's utensils to eat with. So pretty good.
Yeah. I would say so.
You sure?
You're gonna start crying?
Oh my god. That's like no experience you've ever, like, that's every happy experience in your life. like wrapped in like one slither piece of meat. Like, I could die happy right now. I am so happy right now. And that's like A5 Wagyu. Oh, I can die now. So as you can tell, we're very much fans of the A5 Wagyu. I absolutely loved it. Chris loved it, and it was a happy moment for the both of us. And so yeah, so definitely, like, if I go back to Takumi Tei, which I will, I think I'll just order the A5 Wagyu. You know, like, just go straight for it. Like, you know, the American Wagyu that they put on your plate too is definitely very, very high quality meat. But once you have the A5, you're just gonna be like, oh, you're gonna dump the American Wagyu and just go straight for the 10. And after that we got the Shuzaku, which was the water cake. It's water cake, yuzu, crumble, black grape, and like a blackberry sake. A lot of people seem to be weirded out by this dessert that I've seen like YouTube reviews, but I think, like I told Chris, I was like, it's probably because they're not really used to Asian desserts. Like, to me it just seemed like kind of like a normal like type of Japanese or Korean type style dessert. It's not as sweet, and because like a lot of times Korean and Japanese desserts aren't very sweet, and I don't know, I liked it, I enjoyed it. So yeah, no complaints from me on there. It is unique, and it's a very beautiful dessert too. But I think the water cake with like the little crumbles actually like was kind of, it balanced it out and had really good texture. And then we had the tea ceremony, and I sorry, like my cell phone footage was like a little bit like there's like some sort of distortion noise, but I'll try to play the video of like her kind of going through it. It's very beautiful, and the matcha was so good.
Tea ceremony called Sandals, as you are farewell gift for our guests. The ceremony is performed in the spirit of Ichigo-ichie, which is a concept that means this moment is once in a lifetime. So treasure and cherish it by treating our guests with the highest respect. The ceremony later became a fundamental of Japanese hospitality, which we call omotenashi. There are more than 1,000 steps in whole entire ceremony, but we'd like to show you the modified version for this experience.
Modified.
The ceremony begins by pouring 2 teaspoons of matcha, which is the highest quality of ground green tea. Then add hot water into the bowl. Stir the bottom gently to mix the powder with hot water. Whisk quickly to make foam. Lift the wrist to touch the foam. Continue to make even finer foam. Now tea is ready. So guests receive the bowl facing in front. Guests can receive the best view of the bowl and admire the beauty of design. Would you demonstrate with me? Please hold the bowl with your right hand. Your
right hand.
Here, I'll hold it then.
No, I got it.
And place it on your left palm.
Oh.
Sorry, you need to pause.
I got it.
Try the bowl to show appreciation. And break it back in front. Turn clockwise twice.
Clockwise.
Yes.
Or did I just count the clock right?
Turn the bowl.
Yes. Twice. Yes.
Yes. どうぞ、please enjoy.
Thank you. That's delicious.
Definitely, like, that was pretty awesome. And, you know, our waitress, we had 2 waitresses. One was our main waitress, and then the other one was like in training. So both waitresses were super phenomenal. They were super attentive, and they were both great. And then I can't remember which one of them made. It was our honeymoon, so they made us little cute, like, little origami rings. It was super sweet. And she was like, I guess she was like making them as fast as she could between like her tables, and she was like, no, here, we got you one more thing. And it was so cute, and they were spectacular. So service here was awesome. Nothing to complain about that. Actually, there's like no complaints at all that I can, like, you know, it's hard to say, like, you know, even the price tag, like my mom once said, she's like, you can spend $5 and it could be the worst meal and you'll be so, so angry. But if you spent like $500 on an amazing meal, you wouldn't even like flinch. I mean, you might flinch a little bit, you know, especially when you balance your checkbook. But, you know, good food makes you happy. So like spending $500 on really good food, you know, it doesn't upset you as much as if you'd spend like $5 on really horrible food. And so that was pretty much like from start to finish, like it was an incredible experience for us. We enjoyed ourselves a lot. Oh, I didn't go over the beverages. I'll go over the beverages. So there was a omakase like beverage menu that accompanied the courses. And so the first course was a champagne. I'll put like the longer name down here. I'm not a huge champagne person, but I have to say that was actually really good champagne, and it didn't give me a migraine, which was another bonus. Like a lot of the sparkling wines and ciders give me like trigger my migraines, and it didn't. I don't know if maybe because it was higher quality, or maybe I just like, you know, the Russian roulette of migraines didn't attack me that night. But it was really good. Got me like I don't really get drunk, and it made me feel really good. And then for our second and third course, it was a sake, and I'll put the name. And it was excellent. Like it was such good sake. Like I was like, whoa. I was like, can I get this for the rest of the men? You know, it was really good sake. And I have to say, like, the next alcohol is also something I tend to avoid, because I've been told that you know, red wine can trigger migraines too. I think it's the sulfites, I can't remember. But then I had someone, I was actually our wedding venue lady. She was the wife, and she said that when she drinks Virginia wines, she doesn't get migraines, but when she drinks like California wines, she gets migraines. So she says it's like something in the soil in California that, like, I guess the grapes are a trigger. And I'm not sure how true that is, but I actually had it was the fifth course. You get the red wine. I'll put the long name here. And it was really good. Like, I don't like red wine. I've never really liked red wine, but it was actually really good. I was like, you know what, if red wine tasted like this, you know, or if I could really afford, it was not a cheap glass of red wine if you looked at the per glass pricing, but it was good. And for dessert, we got like a citrus sake, and that one was good. I have to say though, my favorite was that's the regular sake. It was just phenomenal. I mean, it had no bite to it. It was smooth. It could take you out to dinner and woo you. So yeah, and the beverage, the beverage, what do they call it? The Omakase beverage menu was $75 to accompany the Omakase menu. And I have to say, I think it was a fair price. Yeah, $75 is a lot of money, but I think it was a fair price for the quality of beverages that you got. Chris got beers. I think he got 2 or 3 beers, but I can't remember what he got exactly. But he enjoyed his alcohol too, so we had a good time. Our bill was close to like $450, so definitely not a cheap restaurant. And even like their entrees, like if you didn't do the omakase menu, I mean, like the Wagyu itself is $120. And I think like the sushi dishes are even like kind of expensive too. So yeah, so definitely not a restaurant that like it won't be a restaurant that I would go to every Disney trip. Would I want to? Yeah, but I'm not a baller. So yeah, definitely if you want to have like a really good special occasion, and you want like more of a Japanese flair, I like really put this as the equivalent, like the Japanese version of Victorian Albert's at Disney. I've never been to Victorian Albert's, but you know, from what I've heard, you know, what I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that, I think this is pretty much like the especially the Omakase menu is definitely kind of like the equivalent of Victorian Albert. So yeah, I definitely like maybe for my next, like for Chris and I's like anniversary, maybe this will be our anniversary restaurant, you know, or what have you. So I highly recommend it if you have a special occasion and you want to toss down some cash for a meal. I definitely recommend this place. We had a fantastic experience start to finish. The food was amazing, the service was good, the atmosphere was like just it was peaceful, and you know, and I know that they have like different you have like the stone room, the water room, was it air, I forgot the other one. And so it would be interesting to see like the different areas. Though I think the water room you have to have a special reservation. I think they only book that room if you do another type of like certain type of menu, and you have to have at least 6 people. I wouldn't mind ever doing that, but you know, that's like some cash to pay out too. So, but until next time, guys, like let me know if is Takumi Tei a place that you're interested in going to. Have you been? What was your favorite thing on the menu? Have you ever had a Wagyu experience before? I really can't wait to have more Wagyu in my life. It's just an experience. So until next time, guys, I hope to see you later. Bye.